Everyone, welcome to my channel Easy Learning. In today's session, we will start exercise 8.1. I've already explained the concept of this chapter in my previous two videos. So let's begin with question number 1, which says find the ratio of the following: speed of a cycle 15 km per hour to the speed of scooter, which is given 30 km per hour. So when I explained to you, we have discussed that ratio in both the quantities should have the same unit. So if you see, the speed of cycle is given in kilometer per hour, and hence the speed of scooter is also given in kilometer per hour. So we will just calculate the ratio directly. There is no conversion required. 15 kilometer per hour is to 30 kilometer per hour. And as we know, the ratio does not have any unit. Let's cancel it. 15 ones are and 15 twos are 30. Therefore, the ratio is 1 is to 2. So the first important thing, that both the quantities should have same units. So both are in kilometer per hour, which is fine. So no conversion is required. Let's see next part. In next part, the conversion, we have to find the ratio of 5 meter to how many kilometer it has been given? It is 10 kilometer. 5 meter to 10 kilometer you have to calculate. Now the first quantity is given in meters and another one is given in kilometers. So we will convert either meter to kilometer or kilometer to meters. So we know 1 kilometer is how many meters? 1000 meters. Therefore 10 kilometer will be 10 into 1000 meters, which gives you 10,000 meters. Now we will calculate the ratio 5 meter to 10,000 meters. If you cancel it, how much you will get? 1, 5 twos are 10, 3 zeros. 1 is to 2000, and we will not write any unit with the ratio. Similarly, here in C part, one quantity is with the unit paisa and another is with rupees. It means we will convert it into paisa, and we know the relation 1 rupee has how many paisas? 100 paise, right? Therefore, rupees 5 will be 500 paisa, and if we calculate the ratio 50 is to 500, this is cancelled. 1 is to 5 tens are 10. So the ratio will be 1 is to 10. So this is how, if both the quantities are not in the same units, we will make use of the scale, conversion scale, and we will convert them to the same unit to calculate the ratio. Let's see question number 2 of this exercise, in which you have to convert the ratios. Now the ratios are given and you have to convert them to percentage, right? So first part is 3 is to 4. So 3 is to 4, if we have to convert in percentage, can I multiply and divide it by 100? Because 100 upon 100 is what? 1 only, and if you multiply any number by 1, it does not change the value. So 3 upon 4 into this 100 in the denominator, 1 upon 100 can be converted to a percentage sign. Now if you cancel it, 4 twos are 8, 4 fives are 20. 3 into 25, 25 threes are 75%. We'll do the same thing here. 2 by 3, if I multiply and divide by 100, the next step can be 2 by 3 into 100, and this denominator 100 changes to a percentage sign. Now this is 200 upon 3%. You can leave it here, or otherwise we can write it to the mixed fraction. 3 6 are 18, 2 copy 0, 3 6 are 18, and again 2. So this can be written as 66 as whole number, 2 upon 3%. So this is how we have converted the ratio to the percentage. Let's see question number 3 of this exercise. Question number 3 says 72% of students are good in mathematics. It means if you see the total students, how many are there? Given as 25. And out of these 25, 72%, 25 is the total strength and 72% are good in mathematics. You have to tell how many students are not good in the mathematics. So we know if 72% are good, it means what we can say, 28%, because 100 minus 72% will be how much? 28%. 28% are not good in mathematics, right? From this I can conclude that. Now they are asking you the number. How many means you have not to tell only in the percentage, we have to calculate the count. So if I calculate 28% of 25, how much it will be? 28 upon 100 into 25. 4. 4 sevens are 28. It means 7 students are not good in mathematics. Right? So this was one way of doing this question, where we have initially only calculated the percentage and then converted it into the number. Another way, we can calculate 72%, or how we can do this method. If I calculate 72% of 25, this gives you how much? 18, right? And from total, if I subtract these students which are not interested, so 25 minus 18 will also give you 7 students. So this question can be done in both ways. This is an alternative method for this. In this first part, we have calculated the percentage initially only. And here we have calculated 72%. It means which were not interested, and then subtracted from total. Again, it gives you 7 students. So both the methods you can do it by either way. So this was question number 3 of exercise 8.1. Please do watch my next video for the explanation of question number 4, 5 and 6. Till then, take care. Bye-bye everyone.